Hello everyone!
In Stormsong Valley, to the north, the tidesages of House Stormsong craft and bless the ships of our legendary fleet. But nobody's heard from the fleet in months. The tidesages have withdrawn into their cloisters and seem uninterested in finding our missing ships.
Stormsong Valley, that is our final major zone to cover, and during our questing within Tiran, we already got a small taste of the darkness that's spreading throughout the land. At Angle Point Wharf, we meet up with Brennan Stormsong, whose uncle is the lord of the area. Mindbenders, kraken, all kinds of foul corruption is coming from the sea, which is a bit of a problem for the tidesages, seeing that they have such a strong connection to the waves. A connection that's been there since the time that the people moved to settle within Tiran. Stormsong was the first to hear them. Not the crashing waves at the surface, but gentle whispers, imperceptible to all but him. They guided his mind ever deeper, revealing untold truths of the powers within him. Their people would never be the same, and what started small at first, like guiding fish into their nets and fresh water into the mouths, it soon enough turned into commanding the winds into their sails and the waves pushing them ever forwards. They learned to command the elements, claimed the most fertile valley in the northern reaches, and they named it after the first lord that learned the form of shamanism. Strong allies to have, but with the fleet missing and the tidesages not really caring about it, something is definitely going on and we have to figure out what it is. Good place to start, that is at the Stormsong Monastery, right here in Tiran. Walking around, we can see the tidesages performing the rituals, preaching their beliefs, but none of them are willing to talk. All of them are rather annoyed by us asking the questions, and they tell us to pester Brother Alan.
You have no idea of the danger you are in here.
What do you mean, danger?
The fleet is not lost. It is being held prisoner in an unnatural storm.
Heretic! You will not interfere! I was only following orders.
Are you all right? I should have known better than to think wade above the shadow that has taken House Stormsong. Our people follow a dark path, but there are those among us who have sown the seeds of resistance. Find Brother Pike in Benedum. Give him this pendant. Our work is just beginning, and he will need your help. Now leave while you still can. The others have surely caught on to your efforts.
On Galeheart's back, we fly into Stormsong Valley, where the soldiers are blocking the path for anyone to get in. Quite strange, but nothing that we can't handle, with a couple of bribes here and there, some hard words and some hard punches.
Isn't the valley majestic? No wonder so many people settle down here. Brennedum is the largest trade hub in Tiran, outside of Boralis. We need to find Brother Pike right away. Hopefully he can help us bring the fleet home. All of Tiran is exposed without it. It's only a matter of time before we're attacked.
The militia hasn't been on patrol in days!
Too busy taking our harvest for the soldiers! We demand answers, Pike!
We can do this. Once you get their attention, I'll get them out of here. Citizens, disperse at once.
Ah, yeah! You'll surely save us! Stop! I just want my family to be safe again!
What's going on here, brother?
I wish I knew.
We have found Brother Pike, but not even he knows what is going on. The people are right though. They are sworn to protect them, but House Stormsong, it seems to be occupied with other things. Perhaps his brother Addington at Mariner stands. Perhaps he will know more.
House Stormsong changed when the fleet failed to return.
Do you know where the fleet is?
When I search the water's surface, I encounter a dark storm that clouds my vision. Lord Stormsong now forbids such rituals. He focuses instead on building new ships. I often wonder whether he is right. Addington! By the depths!
Addington, as you can see, he's not doing too well. Someone took his life, while down below, the laborers, they're not having the best time of their life. Stormsong is working them to the bone, with the harvesters altered to keep them going. Talia has us take them apart to collect a spring that will help us identify who's responsible for altering them and who's responsible for Addington's death. The laborers are rejuvenated, while Lord Stormsong, he never really leaves their holdings and visitors are forbidden. Instead, he sends out proclamations with orders to his people.
Children of the sea, today is the dawn of a new age for us all. House Stormsong must take control of this shattered kingdom and restore it to glory. Today is the dawn of a new age for us all. No more will we work our fields and build our ships for the haughty Borealis elite to give nothing in return. We must work as one and muster our strength. Kultiris will forever belong to its people. Our mighty tidesages shall guide us all to victory with the very power of the sea itself. Together, we shall return to the tides. Together, we shall be powerful once again.
His aim seems to be independence for the land, but a shattered Kultiris that will never stand. Pike's brothers and sisters, they fall into madness, so we'll need to do something. But in order for him to use his powers, he'll need a tidal Chris, an abyssal beacon, and a wavecaller's mantle. The one responsible for Addington's death. That turned out to be a tide sage, Sister Ava to be precise, so we bring it to justice. But the harvesters, they're not the only ones feeling the sting of the tide sages. Samuel Williams and his crew, they were working hard on fulfilling the order of more ships until the tide sages showed up and bound them to anchors, forcing them to keep going. We set them free, of course, and then joined Brother Pike in a ceremony to release the fallen souls back to the tides.
Hear our call, Fallen. Your wicked deeds are forgiven this day. Return to the storm and know peace. Flow through the shrine, so we might share your strength. It is done.
They don't bury their people, they send them back to the tides. What is dead may never die. Talia wants us to get some weapons to arm those we just saved and get them ready to fight. Well, Samuel, he noticed that those ships that they were building, something's off about them. If we could collect some of the blueprints, we might be able to figure out what Stormsong and his boys are scheming. They're encrypted though, a cipher will be needed to read them, a cipher taken from Tideguard Pontus. It seems like the darkness amongst the tide sages that is running deep. As Pontus, he transforms into something known as a Kafir. On top of their powerful command of the elements, some of the tide sages, they also command the void. Quite a powerful force to deal with.
They await in the depths.
When Pike performed his ritual, he could feel the presence of Wavespeaker Reed, one who's part of Stormsong's innermost circle. If anyone can locate the missing fleet, that would be him, so let's go and try to convince him to aid us.
Reed, the fleet must be returned to Kultiris at once.
The tides shift, brother. If you do not stand with us, then you are lost.
It is you who are lost.
You were always too weak to serve by Lord Stormsong's side, languishing in Brennadam like a fool.
We swore to protect Brennadam, to protect our people. Have you forgotten our oaths?
Can you not feel the Great One deep below? By her will, we shall be whole once more!
Those voices offer only lies.
I bore of this prattle. I have much to prepare. Deal with them.
Thank you, hero. I'm afraid matters are far worse than we thought. I shall return to the others. We must stop this while we still can. Tide Mother, what have we become?
Reed is too far gone, and the others, they've already moved on ahead to Port Fogtide. It's doubtful that they get a warm reception. before we go, Brother Pike wants to listen to the tides and figure out what that terrible darkness is, that terrible darkness that he's sensing nearby.
There is a bridge nearby that has clear sight of the Shrine of the Storm. The omen comes from there. Long has my order listened to the sea to guide our ships and our people. Gentle whispers, imperceptible to most. Over time, the whispers changed. At times they were demanding, even violent. We attempted to guard ourselves against them, to resist them, but I fear we may have failed.
Brothers and sisters, behold our glorious destiny.
Those things are Kathir. They come from the darkest reaches beneath the tides. Most think them mere legend, stories used to warn of the danger of peering too deep with our magic. If they walk among us, the fleet is in grave danger. We stand with you for the storm's wake!
The Tide Mother has spoken to the tidesages since the very beginning, but over time the voice has changed. It's unknown who or what the original Tide Mother is, but those that are familiar with the beings that live beneath the waves, you might already have a good hunch as to who the new Tide Mother is.
Those bastards will pay for what they've done. For Addington. For Stormsong Valley.
Sam, no!
Let him go, Talia.
At Port Fogtide, another one of our vessels known as the Abyssal Melody is being made ready to set sail for the Shrine of the Storm to see the power for both House Stormsong and the tidesages alike. We must board the vessel and save the myriad souls in her decks before they too disappear into the shrine. A barrier is being maintained by the tidesages, so we dispel the writhing grasps while also clearing out the skeletal sailors and the tidesage sea callers. Samuel already charged forward, so when we can finally board the ship, we not only place beacons for the ritual to destroy the vessel, we not only stop the foolish ones from giving themselves to the darkness willingly, we also look for Samuel, who's in a bit of a pickle.
Run! Run! Oh, bless you. I thought I was a goner.
They were unable to complete the ritual before we got to him, but Samuel has been touched by the darkness. With the beacons in place, Brother Pike can now use us as a conduit and perform his ritual.
Great storms upon the sea, heed my call! Smite this wretched vessel and free our people!
Now not all of House Stormsong are down with what the Lord are doing. They don't know the true depths of its depravity quite yet, so perhaps we can find more like-minded to join us in our cause. Up ahead, Sagehold looms, the place where all the tidesages study to wield the sea's power. It is there where we will build upon the storm's wake and save all those who are willing. The rest of them, they will perish.
We should strike now, before word reaches Lord Stormsong.
I'll be right behind you. No need to wait for me.
Beneath the tides, waiting, calling.
He can hear the whispers now. We may not have much time.
I'm so cold. Will the voices stop soon?
Yes, Samuel.
These
Just
people were
stay
trying to
strong.
escape. There must be survivors somewhere.
Inside the Sagehold, we can see that the darkness is becoming ever more present, but there is still hope. There are still those amongst them that remember the oaths that they took, and they're willing to join our cause. Tideguard Victoria even wants to help us with reaching Lord Stormsong, but to do that, to get to the shrine, we'll need her aid and the Rod of Tides. Meanwhile, Sam isn't feeling too great. The touch of darkness is assaulting his mind, and he speaks in riddles. Sails in the fog, a light below in the darkness. Water rising, given form. But the pain is maddening. Torture even. Make it stop, he begs us. Make it stop by killing the bound Tempest and the enthralled Tide Fury. With that done, we run into an old friend.
Return to the
once,
shrine.
my lord.
The
I need
fleet's
only get rid of a
rebirth
few
draws
pests
near.
first.
Lay down your arms! You don't have to do this!
Do you mean these pests, Reed? End this. Now. The depths spoke of your coming and your demise.
Look at what you've become! All of this bloodshed is on your hands!
Our destiny is nearly upon us. They must not enter the Shrine of the Storm. I was merely toying with them, my lord. It shall be done. The fleet will be hers.
Let's get out of here before we're the cornered ones! Come on!
House Stormsong will rule this drowned realm. The Tide Mother's wrath will ensure it.
Lord Stormsong definitely knows that we're out there now and will do anything it takes to stop us. Victoria has been kicking some serious butt, but her wounds, they are taking their toll, so we need to escort her to open up the way.
Tidesages walk this ceremonial path on their way to be blessed at the shrine.
Is that good?
It's direct. It will be good if Stormsong doesn't notice us taking it. We've got company! So much for not being noticed.
Was Lord Stormsong always this cruel?
Not at all. He was so kind before the Whispers took him. It was his father who guided us to this valley many years ago.
And it is I who will deliver us to our glorious future beneath the tides.
It's interesting that you mentioned it was Lord Stormsong's father that led them here, considering that the Tirans, they settled in the lands around 2,000 years ago. It could be that the tidesages become very long-lived, or much more likely, she's talking on a much more personal level, as in she and her family, they were brought here by Lord Stormsong's father. Alternatively, it could also be that the tidesages, they didn't make Stormsong Valley their base of operations until very recently, perhaps guided by the new whispers of the Tide Mother. It's a little bit vague, and we may never know.
Come on, we're almost there.
You think you stand in my way, but Kultiris' fate was sealed long ago. Give them a taste of our new allies' power.
I don't think I can go on.
It's only a few more steps. We're not leaving you behind.
The Kultiran fleet bows to my will. And now, so shall you.
Run! Run! I'll hold them off for as long as I can. I won't be able to hold them for long. Take the rod and get out of here!
We aren't leaving you to die.
You have to, or we are all lost! Now go!
Victoria. She didn't make it.
Endless shadow. 1,000 arms. 4 eyes. The end. She rises.
Look always to the sea must ensure Victoria's sacrifice was not in vain. Her staff is the key to opening the way to the shrine. This darkness shall not bar our path. The shrine must be opened once more. Our redemption has come. Tread carefully. This span's name is well earned.
Writhing. Twisting.
The Whispers.
The way is open, and Lord Stormsong's time has come. There are 3 wards ahead. The Tide Mother's Wrath, Radiance and Pride. They threaten to block her entry into the shrine. Legends say that the wards were gifts from the sea itself. They once protected their flagships against even the fiercest of storms. But ever since they settled here, they've instead kept the Shrine of the Storm safe, so we must destroy them to gain entry. The path ahead is packed with cultists, and we're going to put their souls to good use. The Dead Ringer rings once again, this time not to send them off into sweet release. This time they'll be used to open the final door to the shrine.
We must
Will the rest of the storms wake you and get here in
Darkness
time?
take you.
Patience, Talia. They will come.
You have no idea of the forces at play here, child.
Come, brothers and sisters, we stand together.
Tides of blood, rise, rise.
Hang in there,
You have
Sam.
no idea
We're almost there.
of the forces at play
Keep moving.
here,
The
child.
darkness claws at his mind. It's over, Stormsong. Look around you. You're surrounded.
All I see are lost souls crying for release.
Sam, no!
You brought your end with you, Pike. I must deliver the fleet to our glorious savior, Azshara.
Sam, I know you're in there. You have to fight this.
He is lost. All that remains is darkness.
All this pain and suffering is your fault. Monster!
Do not let it into your mind. Stay strong. I will shield us from its assault. Let this be a message to your masters. The storm's wake will never waver.
Sam! He's gone.
But he will not be forgotten. Not so long as we stand. It is not safe here. Come, there is an old watchpost overlooking the shrine nearby.
Samuel was a good man with a true heart. A fool, but he was our fool, and we must not let Lord Stormsong finish his work. If he delivers the fleet to Azshara, all of Kal Tiras will be vulnerable. Countless innocents will perish, or worse. There is no time to wait for more of the Stormsong's wake to arrive. We must finish this now for the good of all who call this valley home. We must enter the Shrine of the Storm and confront the fallen lords, as well as the darkness behind all of this. Queen Azshara has taken up the role of Tide Mother, which makes you wonder if she was the Tide Mother all along, or if she actually replaced the one that was talked to the tidesages so long ago. If that is truly the case, then I wonder what has happened to the original Tide Mother. Questions for another day. As for now, we finished up the story of Stormsong Valley. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the dungeon. The day after that, I have the Siege of Borellis as the final dungeon. And then we pretty much covered the main story of Battle for Azeroth. Should there be a story or any side quest that you would love me to dive into, then by all means let me know in the comments down below and I'll see what I can do. It's really been amazing to go from one video a week to just about one every single day. But at the same time, I'm also happy that the initial rush is over. Now we can wait for 8.1, which should be on the PTR soon enough. Still so much story to come. But for now, as always, thank you very much for watching everyone. Subscribe if you like my videos, leave a like if you enjoyed this one. And until next time guys, see ya!